Hello viewers, you're welcome to another fascinating episode of Customs Duty, brought to you by the Nigeria Customs Service. In this week's collection, the Nigeria Customs Service launches the Interconnected System for the Management of Goods in Transit Stigma pilot scheme. We'll also bring to you other reports, as well as the regular Customs Hub segment where we get you informed on import and excise duty collection activities for the week. Thank you for joining us. My name is Hafsat Ibrahim. Please sit back, enjoy, and stay informed.
Commitment to safeguarding borders and disrupting transnational organized crimes through strategic partnerships and intelligence-driven operations by the Nigeria Customs Service has continued to be crowned with successes. Collaboration between the Nigeria Customs Service, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police (RCMP), the Canadian Border Services Agency (CBSA), the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA), and Interpol Nigeria has resulted in interception of 65 stolen Canadian vehicles in Nigeria, with the recent being recovery of 12 luxury vehicles by the RCMP liaison office in Lagos. This has called for recognition of the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR, amongst others, by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police International Special Services, an event which held at the Canadian High Commission in Abuja.
Under Comptroller General Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, the NCS has strengthened its partnership with the RCMP Liaison Office in Nigeria to combat transnational crime. Through Operation Hot Wheels with the EFCC and Operation Safe Wheels with Interpol, stolen Canadian vehicles have been intercepted at Nigerian ports, disrupting trafficking networks and enhancing intelligence sharing.
Bashir Adeni voices what the recognition means to him and the Nigeria Customs Service.
This kind of gesture, this award for Your Excellency, can only help to strengthen our resolve, to encourage us the more, so that we can do more than we are doing. We recognize the power of collaboration. We see the strength that when we do the things together, we can actually achieve better.
Also honored at the event are heads of Nigeria's key enforcement agencies, including Chairman of the EFCC and Chairman/CEO of the NDLEA.
This engagement is a testimony to the collaboration between Nigeria and Canada, between the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the RCMP. Over the years, we have worked together in the interest of both nations, and the testimony that has been shared here today is a proof to that collaboration. We're encouraged with this type of certificates. We're encouraged by the presence of your colleagues who come to our office often, and we've had series of meetings with them. And our colleagues at the port have also told us how you've been supporting, how you have shared intelligence together, and what that has led our agency to achieve for the ports and even at the airport as well.
Appreciation by the Canadian government follows the honor.
Canada deeply values its law enforcement partnerships with Nigeria and looks forward to deepening these collaborations to enhance global security, protect victims, and dismantle criminal enterprises that threaten our economies and communities. On behalf of the Government of Canada, I extend my sincere appreciation to each of you for your unwavering commitment, professionalism, and leadership. Your efforts remind us of the power of collaboration, of trust, and of shared determination in building a safer world for all.
While this recognition reaffirms the value of sustained interagency collaboration in combating illicit trade and transnational crime, it also proves Nigeria Customs Service's growing reputation as a reliable agency in international border security. Nigeria Customs Service's resolve to modernize its entire processes has attained another milestone with the launching of the Interconnected System for the Management of Goods in Transit, SIGMAT, pilot scheme at the ECOWAS Joint Border Post, Seme Krake.
The concept was conceived over a decade ago, and the platform, the electronic platform, was designed to achieve a number of objectives. Primarily, we want to improve the visibility of goods in transit. We want to combat diversion and fraud along the Nigeria-Benin corridor. We also want to use the platform to foster interagency coordination and collaboration between us. And for our stakeholders, we want to simplify the procedures at the borders, and by so doing, we want to reduce delays, and most importantly, because we believe that trade fosters revenue and prosperity, we want to enhance trade facilitation between our two different countries.
Bashir Adeni gives some admonition.
I urge us all to harness the momentum of this milestone to transform our trade corridors into engines of prosperity, security, and opportunity for the people of West Africa. Let us remind ourselves that elaborate buildings, this kind of infrastructure that we are jointly occupying alone, will not facilitate trade if we do not harmonize our processes, if we do not interconnect our systems, and if we do not enhance our collaborative spirit to address issues between us.
With the pilot program at hand, the Comptroller General of Customs projects into the future.
As a way forward, Nigeria Customs Service is looking ahead with a lot of optimism. And we believe that in the near future, we will be able to expand the deployment of SIGMAT to additional border locations, particularly in places like Idiroko, Chikanda, and the new place that we are planning to develop in Samia. We would look forward to strengthening bilateral communication mechanisms to ensure timely technical engagement between our customs administrations. Very, very importantly, we look forward to collaborating with JIZ and ECOWAS on capacity building programs and sensitization of stakeholders. Of course, as we deploy this program, this pilot, we will look forward to establishing a task force that would be charged with the responsibility of monitoring the deployment, reporting successes and challenges that we have. And for the purpose of governance, we will continue to engage with the ECOWAS SIGMAT Steering Committee to share lessons learned and support other members in their implementation journey.
While speaking with members of the media, the Director General, Benin Customs, highlights some positives that come with launch of the SIGMA initiative.
It will facilitate the move of the goods and also will help our customs services to fight against any fraud, to have an exhaustivity in collecting revenue. So we are really optimistic on what will be after the launch, how people will use the system, and we are really putting an emphasis on the training, the sensibilization of all the stakeholders.
The president of the ECOWAS Commission, represented by Director Customs Union and Taxation, ECOWAS Commission, Salifu Tiam Tore, has, in his address, commended the cross-border collaboration behind the SIGMAT deployment, while also assuring of the Commission's commitment to supporting the initiative and ensuring safe and seamless connectivity across the region. Nigerian Institute of Public Relations NIPR Week for May 2025, an occasion which has brought together public relations professionals, policymakers, and key stakeholders to interrogate the intersection between communication and national development, holds. The occasion sees the Institute constitute the Nigerian Reputation Management Group, NRMG body of advisors.
The NRMG represents a bold and timely initiative, an ambitious step by the NIPR to reclaim and reposition the reputation of our great country, Nigeria, at a time when narratives about Nigeria are too often shaped by others and not always in the ways that reflect our true potential, values, and aspirations. The task before us is clear: to build trust, inspire confidence, and project a narrative anchored on truth, progress, and possibilities.
The chairman of the body of advisors views the task of restoring Nigeria's image as a task for all.
Every careless comment, every harsh generalization, especially when amplified globally, further erodes the very image we all help to improve. Instead, let us speak with constructive courage. Let us build, not to break. Let us share the stories of innovation, resilience, creativity, and excellence that abound within our borders and among our people. The task of restoring Nigeria's reputation is not that of government alone, it's the responsibility of us all.
Comptroller General of Customs Bashir Adewale Adeni is also appointed the Vice Chair of the Nigeria Reputation Management Group, NRMG body of advisors.
I will be serving in a group of people who are accomplished, who have reputation themselves in the industry. So I don't have any doubts in my mind that it's an assignment that we're going to get results. Nigerian reputation will be better by the time we start this assignment.
The Customs National Public Relations Officer, Assistant Comptroller Abdullahi Mewada, has earlier presented a paper titled Advances in Government, Policy and Regulatory Communication, underscoring the importance of strategic communication, a multi-channel approach, and intentionality in public sector messaging, while also showcasing how the Nigeria Customs Service uses modern communication tools to foster transparency and trust.
For you to facilitate trade, you must make sure that information is available to members of the public. That is one of the key Article 1 of the Mutual Trade Facilitation.
In a demonstration of its commitment to ease of doing business through collaboration with the view to advancing the nation positively, the Nigeria Customs Service, in collaboration with the German Agency for International Cooperation, GIZ, has held Trade Facilitation Consultative Forum with the theme Trade Facilitation Measures for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency Technologies, an occasion which marks the first anniversary of the Advanced Ruling Program of the service, which was launched on 2nd May 2024.
The Advanced Ruling Initiative stands firmly as a cornerstone of our commitment to simplify cargo clearance processes by reducing costs and delays, while offering much-needed certainty and predictability for businesses engaged in international trade. While we have faced implementation challenges over the past 1 year, we have also witnessed tremendous progress, particularly in building strong trust and collaboration between stakeholders and the Nigeria Customs Service.
The goodwill message of Country Director for Nigeria and ECOWAS at GIZ, Marcus Wagner, is presented by Duke Benjamin.
This timely initiative underscores the vital role of the Nigerian Customs Service, the role it plays in advancing Nigeria's sustainable development goals and energy transition. The strategic partnership between the Nigerian Customs Service and the German Agency for International Cooperation, GIZ, is significant in our shared journey towards sustainable development. Through the successful launch of the advanced ruling systems that has been shown here today, we have sustainably simplified customs processes for importing clean energy components, directly supporting Nigeria's ambitious green energy transition.
The Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR, represented by Deputy Comptroller General, Tariff and Trade, emphasizes Nigeria Customs Service's commitment to supporting Green Customs Initiative.
In alignment with this year's theme, Trade Facilitation for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency Technologies, the Nigeria Customs Service proudly supports the World Customs Organization's Green Customs Initiative, which aims to facilitate the trade of environmentally sustainable goods. The Green Customs Initiative responds to the growing number of legally binding multilateral environmental agreements, MEAs, and recognizes the critical role customs play in enforcing them. As a signatory to the Paris Agreement, Nigeria is committed to transitioning towards cleaner and more efficient energy systems. Under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the federal government continues to champion policies that foster investment, ensure sustainability, and promote responsible industrial practices as outlined in Nigeria's Energy Transition Plan, ETP. The Nigeria Customs Service plays a pivotal role in supporting these national goals by facilitating the importation of renewable energy technologies and enforcing fiscal policy measures that promote a shift from fossil fuel dependency with a view to achieving a net zero emission by 2060.
As he presents a paper titled, The Role of Communication Strategy as a Veritable Tool to Deepen Trade Facilitation, the Customs National Public Relations Officer, Assistant Comptroller Abdullahi Mewada, emphasizes the importance of strategic communication in driving institutional reforms, touching on various areas. We bring to the fore excerpt of his submission on what the Nigeria Customs Service needs to do in order to communicate effectively with its stakeholders.
We need to have a dedicated online portal, a microsite, dedicated section on our website, or a separate microsite focused explicitly on trade in renewable energy and energy efficient technology. Then targeted webinars and workshops are very important to do. Then we need to have user-friendly guides and facts, frequently asked questions. We have to develop a dedicated help desk line to answer technical issues relating to our unified custom management system. So we also need to look at how we can have dedicated help desk line apart from our general help desk line that has to do with energy and related matters. Now, collaboration is very important. Social media is very critical. Then the issue of KPIs, we have to also develop an implementation plan, resources, and also even our personnel need to be trained on how to communicate policies, how to communicate regulation to within themselves as well as with their stakeholders. It's very critical.
The occasion also features the official launch of the Handbook on Import and Export Procedures for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficient Technologies.
To call us to action, I encourage stakeholders to use this book to streamline processes, businesses to use this book for smoother trade, and then stakeholders to give us feedback for future editions.
While speaking with members of the media on the motive of the book launch, Deputy Comptroller General Niagwan submits.
The launching of the handbook is not because of revenue generation. It is to help stakeholders, policymakers, and businesses to be able to have simplified processes when they import this renewable energy equipment. There are a lot of complexities when you want to import them. A lot of things are not understood. The tariff classifications are mixed up, and the import procedures are not understood. So this handbook is just to simplify the processes as well as provide guidance for smoother trade when you are importing this equipment.
Earlier in their individual submissions, some stakeholders at the forum have shared how positively the Advanced Ruling Program has impacted their business. The assumption of duty by Comptroller Abubakar Umar as the Customs Comptroller Federal Operations Unit Zone D, Bauchi, has brought renewed vigor into the unit's enforcement drive. Within 4 weeks of its resumption, the unit has intercepted items with 110,499,352 naira cumulative duty paid value. The items intercepted include 448 jerrycans containing 11,200 liters of premium motor spirit, 192 bills, and 2 sacks of used clothing, 140 cartons of foreign spaghetti, 125 pairs of desert and jungle boots, 47 bags of 50 kg foreign parboiled rice, as well as 9.4 kilograms weight of pangolin scales.
It is pertinent to note that current low cases of smuggling activities recorded during the period under review, especially in the area of illegal trade in wildlife, controlled drugs and narcotics, as well as premium spirits, PMS, is as a result of intensified patrol, intelligence-backed enforcement, commitment and professionalism of the officers and men of the unit. Our operatives' actions are in accordance with the extant laws as enshrined in the Nigerian Customs Service Act 2023, particularly sections 226 and 245.
Comptroller Umar underscores the relevance of collaboration to the success recorded by the unit.
The unit anti-smuggling operations have been strengthened through increased collaboration with other security agencies and other regulatory government agencies. This partnership have facilitated the exchange of intelligence and allow for joint operations to dismantle smuggling network operating within the zone. I want to enjoin all traders within the zone to remain law-abiding and desist from illegal trade, as there will be no hiding place for those who engage in illegal activities. We will not rest on our oars until smuggling is suppressed to the barest minimum in our area of responsibility.
The customs controller takes members of the media round the intercepted items, where he further laments activities of smugglers, which, he emphasizes, are detrimental to both economy and security of the nation, amongst others.
Hello and welcome to the segment Customs Hub on Customs Duty. This is a segment that summarizes some of the activities of the Nigeria Customs Service regarding weekly revenue generation from import duty, excise duty and other levies. We take a look at the total number of pre-arrival assessment reports issued and revenue generated from Friday 19th of May 2025 to Thursday 23rd of May 2025. The total amount of pre-arrival assessment reports, also known as PAR, issued for the week amounts to 5,688. The Nigeria Customs Service generated a total of 230,613,162,158 naira in revenue for the week. On excise duty collection, the Nigeria Customs Service collected the sum of 745,734,253 naira. That is all for the segment Customs Hub.
We have come to the end of this week's episode of Customs Duty. For more information, you can always follow us on our social media handles now being displayed on your screen. You could also visit our website at www.customs.gov.ng for more updates about the service. See you same time next week. My name is Hafsat Oreme Ibrahim, saying, be a compliant trader, shun smuggling, and always be on the right-hand side of the law to make Nigeria a more prosperous nation. Bye-bye for now.